All right, we are back tonight.
Are we live?
Off the court with Coach
Larry
Mike. We have Senior Pro Larry Moon.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome,
Mike,
Larry.
so good to see you, buddy. Jeff, nice
Larry,
to meet you.
wait, before we start. Has it been like 6 years since I've seen you?
Oh my gosh. It can't be that long, can it?
Well, TOC, but then I saw you at a tournament with Claire Grabber.
Did I see you maybe in Florida?
I don't know. We'll talk about it during the show. It's good to have you on. Thanks for coming on, Larry.
You bet.
Yeah, Larry, thank you so much for joining us. Let's get right into it if you're ready to go.
You bet.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Coach Mike's favorite question. We have to start every show with this one.
Yes.
And I know it's been like decades and like years and years and years ago.
Right.
Hopefully you can remember this, Larry, but how did pickleball find you?
So that is so fresh in my mind. So I was playing a lot of racquetball, and the guy I was playing racquetball with a lot, Ron Schofield, a dentist there in Ogden, he's like, hey, they just built these pickleball courts in Ogden. Let's go check it out. So he bought some paddles, he bought some balls, and so we started playing singles. I mean, I had no idea at that point in time, right, what doubles was all about, but we started playing some singles. And then we maybe skipped a couple of weeks, played again. And then we started playing every week. And then we started playing twice a week. And then 3 times a week. Then we stopped playing racquetball.
Uh-huh.
And that was, oh my gosh, that was spring and summer of 2012.
Wow. No joke, huh?
So yeah, I think those courts, I think John Gullo was the
Wait, that's in a park? Isn't that in a park somewhere?
Yeah, it's Mount Ogden Park in Ogden, up against it's a beautiful, setting. It's up against the mountains there.
So Larry, lean a little bit to the left or to the right, because that's most of where he lives. That's what it looks like all the time. So you're at a park playing pickleball, Jeff, and that's the background.
Very cool.
And the air's different and the ball moves different, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly. So we're about, in Ogden, we're around 4,500 feet above sea level. So yeah, when I go to sea level, I feel like all my balls are hitting short. I need to hit the ball harder.
Right.
There is a couple days to adjust.
Yeah. But the air's different. It's cooler.
Oh, no question. Yeah. Oh my gosh. When I did, let's see, what year was it? Maybe, earlier this year. And then a few years ago, I was playing with, oh my gosh, Jennifer Dawson. No, I'm sorry. I was playing with Jennifer LaCour.
That's who you met. That's who I played against you in the U.S. Open. I had Claire and you had Jen.
That's right.
Yeah. Wait, quick story, Jeff. So Claire Grabber.
Yes.
So Claire gets injured. So she's limping around. Her piriformis is
Oh
killing
my
her.
gosh.
She can't move. She can't move.
That was terrible.
So I'm looking at Larry. I go, Larry, do me a favor. Can you hit a few shots over on my side? Because she can't. Listen, I just met the guy. He goes, Mike, it's about winning. I'm hitting every shot to Claire. So Claire's like, she can't go to the left side because her leg's killing her. And Larry's hitting every shot of it. I go, man, I thought Claire goes, such a nice guy. People change when you get on the court, Jeff. If you
Larry, you going to defend yourself with that one or no?
Well, it's kind of like you have to be true to your partner.
Sure,
if your partner wants to win, I mean, I wanted to hit him to you, Mike, but okay, that's a lie. But
oh, I love that story. That's great.
Oh my gosh.
True story.
I remember, it didn't feel good, but what do you do?
You got to get the W. There's no question about it.
Exactly.
Now, where was this? Was it the
U.S. Open? Your neck of the woods, Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of what year, maybe 2017, 2016.
17, 18, 19, I played there.
Okay. So it had
we medaled. We lost to you. You guys got silver or gold that year. We lost to you when we got bronze. Yeah. It's okay. Any medal is a good medal. I was new to the game.
So Larry, you were talking about 2012. Well, I did a little research,
Uh-oh.
And I look back and I saw that you played in the Nationals 9 years ago this week in Indian Wells. No, it was actually Buckeye, Arizona.
You got it.
Is that correct?
You are correct. You are correct, sir.
414 players. Early registration was $30.
You remember those?
Oh my gosh. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Wow.
Like it was yesterday. So I've been playing a lot with Tyler Wren, who lived in Ogden. And Tyler Wren, he's just back then, gosh, he was probably 20, 25, 26.
Nice.
And I was, let's see, in 2012, I was 50, 58. But we teamed up as a team in doubles, and we also played singles in our age divisions, and we each won our singles events. And I'd been playing for 6 months. He'd been playing for about a year. And then we played some doubles and just got waxed, totally waxed. I mean, yeah, we were losing to guys that were, probably 4-0, 4-5 players. We didn't know what we were doing. We had no idea. We never really played doubles. So that was very humbling. So we came back, and then the winter of 2012, 2013, we invented some two-man drills to do to improve our doubles. And then we drilled. These are competitive drills. We drilled these all winter long. And by March, I think we were fairly solid, 5-0 doubles players. But yeah, we had no idea at Nationals what we were doing. No idea. So I remember watching. So do you guys remember Puppet Master?
Sure.
Okay, so
I do. Jeff. I don't know that
I've seen the name. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Who he is.
That's not his name. That was his nickname.
Yeah, Tim Nelson. Great
Tim
players.
Nelson, yeah.
And back then he was one of the top players in the country.
Sure,
So
sure.
we're at the tournament. We're saying, gosh, we got to find this guy, Puppet Master, and we got to find him somewhere. And so we're looking around, and a court that's like 4 courts down, one of the players turns his back, and in big, like 3-inch letters across his back, it says Puppet Master on it.
Yeah.
And we both just died laughing. Of course, we went to the court.
Yeah.
Gosh, who was he playing with? He was playing with another good player, right? But yeah, they were very skilled at this thing called doubles. Totally different game.
I don't know that he could hang with the guys nowadays.
I think Tim's playing a little bit more, but
Okay.
yeah, the game has really changed. Yeah, and there's so many good players now.
Yeah.
So
He came in it when there wasn't the volume and the depth of.
No question.
players.
I mean, in this area, those were the only outdoor courts around, and now we have hundreds of outdoor courts, and guys are putting in all these nice indoor facilities with, tennis court surfaces, great lighting, great background so you can see the indoor ball.
Sure.
And, I'm a electrical engineer, so I try to get involved and try to say, hey, guys, we need more lighting. There's
More
no such
lumen.
thing as too much lighting in an indoor court. It's like whatever it is, just double what you think is good.
Right.
So that national tournament, Larry, was that your first tournament?
That was actually my first tournament. And we were kind of joking. It's like, yeah, let's go to nationals. Why not? And the joke kind of became real. And so we entered. And gosh, we just had so much fun. It was a great trip. We met a lot of people. And of course, nobody knew us. And so it was just a ton of fun. I had my camper there too, Mike.
Good. Are you going to nationals this year? A lot of people have decided not to.
So I entered.
Good.
And I was only in one event because I haven't played any singles this year.
Mm-hmm.
My doubles partner, Hella Spar, is injured. So, she had to cancel out. And Tyler and I talked about it, and we said, you know what? A lot of the players aren't coming. Let's try to stay healthy. I've had some back problems this year within the last couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
I had to cancel out of Huntsman. I had to cancel out of the Fall Brawl. Trying to stay healthy as we get older, it's just.
We're going to talk about that during the show because we're a little bit older. Jeff, he's a whippersnapper. I think he's like 52 or something. He doesn't understand yet. When you start getting into your 60s, you meet people that are in their 70s, and you want to know, what are you guys doing to stay healthy?
Oh my gosh! When I look at Jim Hackenberg,
Impressed.
just amazed, right? It's like he's playing just incredibly good ball for Jim must be what, 72, 73
Right,
now.
right.
Just a specimen, nicest guy, but what a competitor. Oh my gosh.
Well, the whole family, the Hackenbergs, you better believe it.
Exactly. Yeah, Yvonne, great players. I mean, I think Jim's still diving on the court at 73.
Yeah.
So when you look back, Larry, obviously it's been 9.5 years. Did you ever see the sport growing like it is today?
So in the beginning, we had these 4 courts in Ogden, and there were just a few of us playing. And then seemed like that next year there would be 50 people showing up or more to play on those courts. We had a bunch of paddle, racks, displayed there, and people were just waiting to play. So, and I loved it. I mean, I got it right away, right? It's like, so I was 58, the tennis skills are going down, the racquetball skills are going down, and here's this new sport, very social game. And it was something where I'm still improving instead of watching myself deteriorate every year. So at least for a few years, here's a sport I can play and actually be getting better at it and meeting new people. Yeah, it was just a ton of fun. And then starting to play tournaments and meeting even more people. Yeah, it was a ball. It is still a ball.
How do you find your partner, Sheffield?
So Tyler, he lives about an hour's drive. So Salt Lake is kind of the halfway point, but he was driving from his city south of Salt Lake. He was driving to Ogden because there were no players down there then. So
no kidding.
It's like, who is this guy? And we were about the same age. He's 2 years younger than I am.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, hey, let's start. And I'd been playing with Tyler Wren, so I was playing in the Open.
Right.
And then they started to establish this whole senior thing. So it's like, all right, Sheffield, let's do it.
Yeah. It's very hard to find that fit.
Oh my gosh.
You can just relax with your partner. You know where the shot's going to go. You don't have to worry that the pop-up is going to come crashing at you. You can trust your partner. It's hard to find, especially at our age.
And to find someone like Sheffield an hour's drive away is just, that was uncanny. That was unexpected.
Good for you.
So we've been together for 7 years, and we still love playing with each other.
Yeah, you're like a married couple.
Exactly. He's just a great guy.
Oh yeah,
that's great.
Got a great family.
So I looked at some of your history, and it looked like some of your events you did pretty well, but singles it seems like you dominated. As a matter of fact, I think I saw one tournament. Your first match was 11-0, 11-0. Second match was 11-1, 11-0, and your third match was 11-0, 11-0. So your first 3 matches, you gave up 1 point against 3 different opponents in 6 games.
So that might have been early on. That might have been 2012, 2013. Maybe the level of competition wasn't where it is now. But so I played a ton of tennis. I played a ton of racquetball, and I have a tennis stroke and a racquetball grip. In tennis, I had a 2-hander. In racquetball, of course, I had a 1-hander. So, playing pickleball, it was a quick learn for me. And singles is natural. Doubles is not. Doubles just takes a lot more time.
Sure.
As you guys know.
Larry, so I want to ask you to answer this question because most people realize when they become a stronger player, you can't play tennis on the pickleball court. You can't play racquetball on the pickleball court. But what did you take from those 2 sports to plug in to pickleball?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's ball control, right? It's being able to put the ball where you want it, being able, the secret in pickleball is making sure that ball hits the center of the paddle. And when I tell people what happened, they'll say something like, I didn't hit it hard enough, or I hit it, I didn't hit it square. It's like, look, these are just mishits.
Right.
If you can make that ball hit the center of your paddle, you're going to have control, and you're going to be able to work on that get better and better. So I think it's the hand-eye, but just the stroke mechanics. So my backhand, I can hit the ball. I can hit the ball really hard with one hand on my backhand side because it's kind of my swing that I had in racquetball.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not so much wrist as it is in rotating that forearm over the top and trying to put a lot of pace on the ball. So I love to hit that backhand really hard. So I'll try to take a ball that's net level and try to hit it into a person to get a weak return so I can put the next one away.
Okay.
And that was from racquetball.
Sure. I got patience, believe it or not, from racquetball. Because when it came off the back wall and you're running forward to the front wall and you're waiting for it to come down nice and low.
Exactly.
That's where
Yeah.
the ATPs became very easy for me because it was all about patience.
Yeah.
We start coaching ATPs. They want to hit it. They want to hit it. They want to hit it. And I go, no, you have to wait for it to come down.
Exactly. Wait till that thing is about 4 inches off the ground.
Right.
And then you hit it. You hit a worm burner.
Yeah.
It never goes over a foot.
Right.
Above the ground. And those are just really hard to return.
Yep.
So, Larry, would you say you like singles the best? Obviously, you picked that up because of your history, but how do you rate the three? Is singles your top, or what do you? What
so I'm going to say at this point in time, singles is just tough. It's just really hard. And let's see, on the singles court, I just torn the crap out of my hamstring.
Oh.
And so I've had 3 herniated discs as well since 2013. Singles just really hard on your body. And I've strained my Achilles tendon. I've gotten tendonitis from in singles at my level with the older guys, there really isn't much of the cat and mouse because guys my age can't cover the net. So it's not like playing the young guys, right? And they're everywhere, right? Really hard to pass. So this whole cat and mouse thing has evolved because of the speed. But when you're playing a 60-year-old guy, he's pretty easy to pass. So it's just hard. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Not all of them.
All right. So what's the rebuttal to that?
No. Truth be told is you lose your anticipation, your hand and eye coordination, and your wheels. I'm agreeing.
It's just the ability to explode to the ball.
Correct. You're not able to fire like you used to. That fast twitching muscles are more like your brain says, I know you want to go for that shot, Mike, but just say nice shot. Let it go. It's not worth hurting yourself because that's what you've been talking about. All the injuries.
That's exactly
we don't bounce right back like we used to.
Yeah. So, the name of the game in singles, usually it's hit the ball deep to the backhand side and then get to net.
Yeah.
And you want to have it really deep to the backhand side because that takes away their time to hit the ball. And it's a fairly simple game. Doubles has got a lot more nuance, a lot more subtleties. I enjoy the camaraderie with my partners.
Right.
And I don't have a preference whether it's mixed or men's. I love them both. And, I've made so many more friendships playing mixed doubles and men's doubles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even though, you're only half responsible for the outcome, still, I just think it's a better game. Doubles is just, it's an art form. And watching singles on my levels, it's just kind of brute force.
Huh. You'll see, you'll start finding out quickly who can really run down the ball or not run down the ball. And for me, I just started playing my age. And I feel like I'll have a really good chance at my age, 60 to 64, right? Where are you, Lair? Where are you?
I'm 67.
So you're playing 65 to 69?
Exactly.
Okay. So Jeff's learning, because I have to tell you, Jeff, Larry's really not unique, but it's not often that you have a really great male partner and female partner, and you're not looking anymore, and you already know that's done. So I know Jeff's working through pickleball, right? He's playing lots of tournaments now, and he's working through male partners, female partners, right, Jeff?
Yep.
Yeah, once you find that magical fit, life's a lot easier.
Sure.
Yeah, trying to partner up. Oh my gosh, especially if your ability is changing and your partner's not, and you realize you have to do something about that. That's really painful.
Yep.
And I've never had to worry about that. And
Mhm.
I've had, oh my gosh, especially in the women, so many great female partners.
Let's plug your wonderful mixed doubles partner.
Oh my
Who's also a
gosh.
sculptor.
So, Hillary's a little older, but Hillary's, oh my gosh, what a wonderful gal. Super control, tough as nails, a really great competitor. And I've won a few national championships with her.
Yeah.
And I just love playing with her. She's just so solid, so tough. We could be honest, do this, do that.
She's so easygoing.
Super, super easy going.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's got the heart of a lion. I mean, she is just, she's
She's
so
very
tough.
competitive.
So tough.
Oh, yeah.
Hella Spar, the last few years, another great player. She's so good. She does a lot of teaching, right? And she's, she knows the sport. But oh my gosh, over the years, Roxanne Pierce, Mona Burnett, Gigi LeMaster, Chris Anderson.
Big names.
I love playing with all of them. Yeah, they're just so talented and they're just nice people.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I saw a couple seniors that are a little bit younger than you, but they battled. I saw Mircea and Scott Moore play a singles match in Griffin, and that was just a bloodbath. I mean, it was just a slug fest. Those guys just so fast. And
yeah, Scott's he's approaching 60. He might be 58 or 59.
No. I thought he just turned 60.
He might have.
Maybe.
I
So
know
Larry and Scott Moore are very close.
I know. Scott's he's so good. He's just so competitive. He's so dominant for so many years. And now, still trying to compete with the 50-year-olds. There's this whole new group of, 51, 52-year-old guys. And Scott's still doing very well. But it used to be, Scott's going to play the seniors. He's going to win the men's, the mixed, and the singles. Have a nice day. Thanks for playing. And
yeah. Sorry for your bad luck.
Oh my gosh. And now,
the 49-year-olds roll over.
It's a little different. It's a little different.
Yeah. He's got to stay in shape. He's got to stay fit. You're right.
Yeah, but he's still a great player. And I don't think there's a 60-year-old, that can touch him, of course, but.
So do you think, Larry, I know at Nationals they have listed Super Senior Pro division. I don't see anybody in those. There might have been one team. I mean, is there an opportunity? You think that can happen at some point?
Well, I love that they're trying to make room for us, the guys over 65. But to be honest, who wants to watch some 65-year-olds out there doing we're doing the best we can, but I don't even want to watch that match, right? I want to watch. I want to watch the 50-year-olds, but I really want to watch
the kids.
The kids. And there's so many great players. Ben's amazing. He's been on top for so long. Simone as well. It's just amazing to watch that level. I watch that and I go, yeah, they're doing stuff that I've never been able to do.
Right.
And the defensive gets, the offense, the long points, bang, bang, bang. Yeah, I love
the flying Ernies.
Yes, I love to watch it.
Yeah, who did that 2 years ago? No one.
Who are some of your favorites? Who are some of your favorites to watch, Larry, and the younger players?
Oh my gosh! I've been watching, of course, Ben. Ben Johns for a number of years, and of course Simone. I really love to watch Callie Smith because she's a Utah gal, and when she first started out, I was right there, and we got to drill a lot. And oh my gosh, she's drilled a lot lately with a few other guys at a higher level. But I mean, she's a 6'0" woman now, and she's as tough as any 5'0" guy out there. And she's just a joy to be on the court with. She's so nice, and she hits the ball so freaking hard.
Yeah.
When she hits it at me, and I mean, if she's 15 feet away hitting as hard as she can, it's really tough on old guys like me.
Keep your paddle up. Paddle up.
Keep your paddle up so it can like bounce off your paddle and hit you right in the forehead.
Well, Larry, maybe we could get Depends to sponsor the.
There you
Super
go,
Seniors.
man. That's an idea. That's an idea. Or, you know, Viagra or something else.
We got some marketing ideas coming out fast and furious on the show tonight. So, what you've been in the sport a long time. What is your favorite memory on a court?
Oh my gosh.
If you had to only pick one or two.
Okay.
I know you have a lot.
Rather than being that moment, you know, where I overcame adversity and we came from, 2 to 10 and won the match. It's nothing like that. My favorite moment, let me set this up for you. It was, gosh, it might have been 2016. It was a big tournament. It might have been nationals. I don't know for sure. It was in mixed doubles. My partner was Hella Spar, and I was playing Del Kaus and Linda Kaus, husband and wife, great players. And we're on the court, we're warming up. Del and I are on the same side, and our partners are across on the other side. We're doing half court warm up. Of course, been warming up for 5 minutes, and the referee walks onto the court. You know, he's got his scorekeeper pad.
Yeah.
He walks over to, of course, we kind of come over by him. You know, Del and I are together, and Linda and Hella are together. And he immediately, I think he addressed Linda. You know, you Linda Kaus? Yeah, I'm Linda Kaus. Then he looks right at Hella, and he goes, "You must be Del."
Oh, no.
And so I could not hold it.
How did you contain yourself?
I did not contain myself.
Oh, my
I was
goodness.
laughing so hard. I went to Del, I hugged him, and we're both laughing uncontrollably. And Hella's a great sport, right?
Sure,
She's
she
laughing
is.
about it. I looked over at Linda, and she didn't know what to do. She's standing there kind of like, what do I do with that?
Right.
But I'm taking that one to the grave. And that was the funniest moment.
Wow.
That's not what I was expecting to hear, but that was a good one.
Yeah.
You know, you'd have to be there, but
Sure.
Oh my gosh. And I say it all the time. You must be Del.
Whoa.
That's
So
great.
those are those things, you know, Larry, as we get older, we don't remember everything, but magic moments stick in your head.
Those are in there.
There's one. Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember other things that are noteworthy, but that one just stands out. I mean, obviously, you know, when you're having a you know, either the tiebreaker game and it's neck and
Sure.
neck, and you know,
Sure.
somehow something great happened and you pulled it out.
Yeah.
Those are in there too, but they're not funny.
Right. That was good. How about your favorite place to play?
So my favorite place to play has to be right in my neck of the woods. They're in Kaysville. We built these courts back in 2016. The city was very cooperative, but oh my gosh, a gal named Tammy Worston raised a ton of money because the city was willing to match funds. So, gosh, we raised back then, I want to say, gosh, close to $100,000. The city threw in an equal amount, and we built 8 courts, and we had enough money to put lights on 4 courts. And we did it right. We had a nice east to west walkway.
Nice.
So you could get in between the courts, right? So you could get access to the back of all the courts. That's where everybody hangs out. That's where you put the paddle racks for people waiting to get on. and we had great muscle lighting. That was when the LED lights were first new. We paid $90,000 to light 4 courts with stadium lighting.
Wow.
And of course, I was pushing for 100-foot candles, but the money wasn't there. So we settled for about 60-foot candles.
Uh-huh.
And that's great. A lot of cities are like 20 to 30-foot candles. And if you're like me and your vision every year, you need more light. And if you're playing on 30-foot candles, you're getting hit by the ball every other point because you can't see it. You can't pick it up.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my favorite place. And all my friends are there. So it's got a special meaning.
Hey,
So
Larry,
is that-
since you know about lights, have you heard the new lights are called UFOs?
No.
Yes, they look actually like a UFO, but I don't know, the lumens or the candles, whatever it's called, is much brighter and much stronger.
Are they small footprint?
Yes, they're like they're like this big, but
Well,
it's incredible the light that they put out. You'll look it up later and you'll see what I'm talking about.
I will. I'll check it out. But there's a lot to be said for having like fluorescent lighting, where you disperse the brightness, but you still have the same lumens. It's just not from a small, because if you look up and you catch, 50,000 lumens from a small area,
You're blinded.
you're blinded for a while. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I hear you. We're building a court with a cover over the top. So we met with the electrician and he told us about that. I said, I never heard of it. We went online, we looked at them and they look like a little spaceship.
no
The way they're
kidding.
built. Oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
So every
Wow.
year things are different. The LEDs are better, they're cheaper, and they're more powerful.
That's what he
So,
said.
yeah. So you have to
Stronger.
yeah. So
Cover
I
more
know,
ground.
yeah, having a good connection, with the lighting salesman that you can turn people to. Say, hey, call this guy.
Sure.
He'll take care of you.
So is that where you play on a regular basis right there, Larry?
Yeah, we play. Of course, in the wintertime, I guess my days of playing on a gym floor, I think, are over with in the winter because there's so
Yay.
many places around here that have built indoor courts where you've
That's
got good
nice.
lighting, a tennis court surface, you have enough room around the court, you have a high ceiling so you can still lob the ball, and then you have good colors around the court so a yellow ball stands out so you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone knows how to do that now. So, yeah, we probably have, gosh, I'm going to guess 50 courts, indoor courts,
Beautiful.
quality courts in the wintertime.
Wow,
Tennis courts
fantastic.
indoor. Tennis courts indoor.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. So these are pickleball facilities. They're not
Okay.
tennis courts where you're putting pickleball. These are dedicated pickleball facilities.
Perfect.
Wow, that's fantastic. So Larry, thinking back to when you first started the game, do you still feel the same about it? Do you still love the game like you did?
You know what? Nothing can ever be as special as that first national championship, or when you're still getting better and you're super excited to get to the court because you're learning this new game. So I can never go back to that, but oh my gosh, I still love the game. I still love the camaraderie. I still love giving people crap on the court. I still like trying.
Wait, that's why we got along so well the first time we met. He threw something over at me. I threw something right back to me. I go, I like this guy. Yeah, I like him too.
Was I giving you crap the first time we met?
Sure.
I hope I was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
just trying to make people laugh. I mean, doing crazy stuff, just trying to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And
So, Coach,
people-
you have to tell us the story how you and Larry met.
And Larry, I'm thinking it was at the Tournament of Champions.
That sounds
At
right.
TOC, right? Brigham
Sounds right.
City, Utah. I think they only had 16 courts at the time. And Jeff, for some people that don't know, you're literally driving down a residential street, house after house after house. And all of a sudden, there's this little driveway that goes down in this dirt, maybe stone road, right? And then all of a sudden, there's this little teeny park. And that's I'm going back 6, 7 years ago. That was supposed to be the best of the best players in the United States because there was a lot less people. I mean, as an example, Tournament of Champions, I don't know, maybe they had 200-300 people at best.
The first year, probably the first year, that's probably right.
That wasn't the first year, but I was there. And let me tell you, it was the second tournament I ever played.
No kidding.
I was new. I didn't know anyone, Jeff, and no one knew me. I knew Claire, and Claire would tell me in advance, oh, shoot, Michael, we're playing this one and this one. They're the best. They win all these trophies. I go, Claire, stop. It's not going to matter. We have to play our game. They'll play their game, and we'll do the best we can. And then you meet guys like Larry, and you go, oh, this is really a great sport. The guy's a top athlete, seasoned, decorated, won tournaments, and he's willing to play with a guy he's never even heard of for a medal. So that's how we met. We were playing for a bronze medal, and it just so happened at the time my partner was injured. No, I'm sorry. That wasn't at TOC. That was at the U.S. Open when you were with Jen LaCour.
Yeah, so who were you playing with at
Claire Graver.
Okay, but she wasn't injured then?
When I met you, it was doubles for men's.
Okay.
And I had, who's the tall guy with the long pants and he always wears the long sweatshirts. And he's in your neck of the woods. You played against him in
So you're not talking about Scott Lennon again, are you?
I am talking about Scott Lennon. Yeah. So I didn't know him. He didn't know me. He had lost his partner. So I ended up going to Brigham City, Utah, meeting him for the first time, playing with him for the first time. It happened to be the last time we played together, but he was also a very well-known player. And he played really
gosh. Scott can hit the ball
hard.
So hard. And he's the last guy that really needs a long paddle.
Right.
But he's already hitting it, at Mach 2.
Yep.
And then he's got
that big
paddle.
racquetball snap.
He does. Yeah. He's one of those guys that when he hits a Dura, he puts a big flat spot in it that takes a while to pop back out.
Wow. Yeah.
So how did the match turn out, fellas?
I didn't win.
So I'll have to admit, I just remember, Mike, that you looked really good.
Uh-huh.
Really good. I remember you had.
What do you mean, my clothes matched or something stupid like that?
You just looked, I don't know how to explain it. You just looked good. Yeah, you just looked good.
So sometimes that holds more value. I don't know if I played good, if I played great, but I looked good while I was playing.
I mean, I was kind of thinking, how long has this male model been playing pickleball?
Oh my God, you're getting crazy on us now. Well, you know what? I met a lot of really good people there. I didn't know anybody. I met a lot of great people. And the thing is, when you're going to tournaments and you're meeting people, that's the best way to find a partner.
And speaking of TOC, I mean, the guys behind that, the local guys, Kyle Klein, Scott Clayson.
Well, tell Jeff, because it's people that actually live right by the course, like right next to the course.
Yeah, so Kyle waited for this house to go up for sale.
Yeah.
And then he buys the very house whose backyard, oh my gosh, I mean, how many feet? Maybe
10 feet, 20
maybe
feet.
30 yards from the courts.
So Jeff, you're on the court, you could throw a ball at his house.
Yeah. So every morning, of course, whether you like it or not, you hear the sound of pickleball.
Clunk, clunk.
Well, if they didn't play, they were going to sell that house at some point in the not too distant future.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
They love it.
So Kyle was the tournament director, I think, that first year.
Yeah.
And he's still doing it. He knows how to run a tournament. He does a great job.
Yeah.
The players love coming to his tournaments because they know it's going to be, run properly.
Yes.
Just a great job.
And we've all been to tournaments that maybe weren't run so well.
You're exactly right. Yeah. So, I mean, even big tournaments, you can have a glitch, right? Where there's an IT glitch and you look out and there's maybe 10 courts that are empty.
And you're wondering what's happening.
Yeah. What's going on? You got players like waiting around and they're disgruntled and, somebody pulled the plug and you have to go manual.
Yeah. When you got 3-4 hour waits, it's tough.
Yeah. So the TOC I've heard great things about. Is that, do you have to qualify for that as an amateur, or do you just sign up, or how does that work?
So TOC, the very first year, it was by invitation only.
Right.
That was John Gullo's
Baby.
signature tournament.
Yeah.
Now it's run by the city of Brigham City,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty much an open tournament. You know,
Yep.
like most tournament, it's the first X number of players that sign up,
Mm-hmm.
and then events fill up really fast.
The people love going there, Jeff, because it's just a great location. There's lots of little places right around the town for food, and it's fairly not too expensive, and it's just a lot of really great people in that town.
So how far are you from there, Larry?
So it's about a half an hour drive for me
Oh, gee.
to get
Crazy,
to
right?
Brigham City. And anymore, that's a long way. I mean, I can get to my Kaysville courts in about 10 minutes. And okay, so Clearfield City just put in 16 courts and full muscle lighting on all 16 courts.
Wow.
So I don't know what the price tag was, but I'm guessing $700,000 or $800,000 to do that complex.
Mhm.
And every city in that area, it seems like they're all trying to one up the city next door. So there's just an incredible number of courts now.
That's amazing.
Larry, you've heard of Daytona Beach, right? In
You
Florida.
bet.
So right next to Daytona Beach is a little city called Holly Hill. I mean, they literally touch each other. And a gentleman's there now, and he invested his own money, went in with the city, but more like $3 million, and they put $1.5 million in. But he actually built a building first. And in this building, when you walk in the front door, you have pro shops, you have men's and ladies' locker rooms, you have a restaurant called The Kitchen.
Oh my
Literally,
gosh.
good food, beer, wine. Jeff's been there. It's called Picktona, Pickleball in Daytona. And
Wow.
he's now purchased the ball fields next door. So he'll have, I don't know, 55, 56 courts, but 8 of them are covered. And then in the new section, they'll have championship courts, and 3 of those championship courts will be covered with bleachers. That is the
Wow.
future of pickleball.
I have not heard of this, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna check
Look
it
it up.
out.
Picktona, Picktona.
Okay.
Yeah. So the city loves them because the only thing that I know about in this Holly Hill town is LPGA, National Golf Association. But when you go down there, Daytona is a place to go to get your tattoos, get your shells, get your T-shirts, right, Jeff? For the most part, the Daytona 500's there. They have Bike Week, and I found out they have Truck Week. It's crazy. Trucks are all bent up like this, super, super loud. And this one guy went by, Larry, you'll crack up. I mean, gorgeous, souped up, off the ground, gorgeous pickup truck. The whole back of the thing was filled with speakers.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
his tailgate was all speakers outside. So when they drive by,
It's for
it's
us.
insanely loud, and they have ordinances, and they're going to get in trouble. But they have Truck Week, Daytona 500, and Bike Week. And that's really pretty much Daytona Beach, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's closer to you than me, but that's what I understand.
Yeah.
So Larry, the picture I used to put your flyer up was a picture of you catching a nice sized fish.
Oh, can you pop that up, Jeff?
Let me see if I can.
Because that's
You
the
guys,
other half of Larry Moon. He's a pickleball aficionado. He's a super athlete, but he's got other life. And I know one of them's fishing. I think you're still doing hiking.
Yeah, we'll still hike, backpack. I don't do much climbing anymore because I'm not very strong and flexible.
Well, you
but
told me your back's hurting.
I love the canyoneering. We got
Yeah.
a lot of canyoneering in Utah, great canyoneering. But yeah, I like to stay active. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people, and you can talk to this, Mike.
Yes.
I know you have to be careful about doing too much pickleball, right? I mean, if you're teaching a lot, it may take away a little bit from your ability to compete because you get maybe you get almost too much pickleball. So yeah, I think you have to be careful. So you have to have these other interests, right? So you still want to keep pickleball fresh. And
I agree. It's very difficult if you're not playing tournaments and you're not playing at the level that you've earned, and you have to get those credentials from being on the podium, whatever it might be. And if you're not doing it anymore and just coaching,
right,
it is tough, because if I want to go out there, I'll probably choose to play my age and not in the pro division.
you
And
bet.
I mean, if I had you next to me, I'd feel confident because I know I wouldn't have to. So, quick funny story. These guys are all
Are you
very good
telling
friends.
me I'm a ball hog, or anyway?
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead.
you're a good communicator. I remember that because I remember hearing you on the other side of the net saying you, me, right? You're a good
Yeah, you
communicator.
bet.
So Jeff, you tell me whenever you're ready, and I'll cut this short.
Oh yeah, I'm just working on getting this
Okay,
picture up.
so what happens is you're just doing rec play all the time, and you're just coaching all the time, and you lose your timing because you have somebody 5-0 or a pro. They're going to start body bagging you if you're not ready. So, here comes.
Oh my
Here's my
gosh.
man. So tell us the quick story about this.
All right, so I wish we had a better shot where you could really see. This is at Lake Powell. So
Oh, nice.
this is in southern Utah. It's on kind of the Arizona Utah border.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Glen Canyon, and there's Glen Canyon Dam.
Okay.
And this lake, when full, if this means anything to you, it holds 24 million acre feet of water.
Okay.
Wow.
The coastline of Lake Powell is about 2,000 miles long.
Whoa.
And that's because there's just so many canyons. It's just incredible country. And the fishing, there's a lot of stripers in there as well. That's a largemouth bass, a lot of smallmouth bass. But
Here's the question. How long of your fishing day before this occurred? In the very beginning, it happened right away. At the end of the day?
Oh, so when I caught this one?
Yes.
Oh, so, and this is nothing special, by the way. Typically, things are better in the morning or in the evening. And
So when you're saying better, bigger mouths, bigger fish?
more fish,
More
bigger fish.
Okay.
Yeah. So
It's catch and release, right?
uh,
Okay, don't answer
yeah,
that.
so
Don't
we,
answer.
so we definitely we could eat a few if we wanted to, and
Right.
we'll throw all those back. We'll harvest a few stripers and a few smallmouth because
Okay.
because we like fish, and that's
Yeah.
kind of encouraged.
Sure.
But the largemouths have been challenged of late, so we put all those back voluntarily.
Okay.
But yeah, I take a small group of guys down every May when the spawn, starts,
Right.
and we just have a great time. I have a houseboat, a 66-foot houseboat
Wow.
on the reservoir there in Page, Arizona. And so we just kind of hang out on the houseboat, and the boat, my fishing boat, is just tied up to the back of the houseboat, which the back of the houseboat faces Lake Powell.
Jeez.
So yeah, we just hop in the boat, and
So you just fish every day?
yeah, we just fish every day. We're there. It's about 30 miles to motor to the good
Right.
fishing spots.
Right.
But so it takes us an hour in my boat to get there.
Great.
There's just so much of Lake Powell to see.
I've heard it's beautiful.
Yeah, you can look at pictures, but until you're actually there, you just can't appreciate what this thing looks like.
Perfect.
It's my family's favorite place to go. So we'll do the fishing trip, just the guys, in May, and then in June, I take my family. It used to be I used to go with other families, but as my kids got older,
Sure.
this turned into my wife and myself, my kids, and all my kids' friends. So no other adults besides Lynn and myself. Well, real adults. I mean, right now they're all 30, right? So all the 30-year-olds, and then my wife and myself.
Hey, I have a question
That's
for
how
you,
it's
Lair.
going.
Do you think in our lifetime we'll see pickleball in the Olympics?
Gosh, I hope so. I mean,
Right?
I hope it does that. So I don't know, we've talked about this before, Mike, but I think
Mhm.
to really be a big sport like tennis, I think you have to attract television,
Of
and it
course.
has to be exciting to watch on TV. And I hope we get there. I I know when I was first learning pickleball and I wanted to see the best doubles players in the world, I went to YouTube. And so I remember that night, I remember I pull it up and I see these guys hitting a third shot drop. Of course, I was just a singles player. They hit a third shot drop. Everybody gets to the net and everyone's dinking the ball. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, these are the best guys right now in the world in pickleball, and they're dinking this thing across the net. And it's not obvious the athleticism and the control that it takes, but
Right. At the time when you're watching.
yeah, I mean, if I'm watching Nadal and Federer or Djokovic, it is a thing of beauty to me. And I don't know if singles pickleball or doubles pickleball is quite as exciting to watch. I mean, it's certainly a joy to play, but to get a big audience, to get the big money into the sport,
Sure.
um, yeah, I just wonder. I
Okay.
hope I hope it makes it. I mean, I
Yes.
obviously love the game, and it'd be great for the sport.
Well, I know you're an advocate for the sport, and I know you support them in any way, and you're an ambassador. Anybody that meets you always has wonderful things to say about you, and you're not paying me to say that. I'm saying it because that's just how I feel.
Well, that's always good to hear.
Yeah. I just
Well,
know that the people in the TV world would say, look at the size of a stadium for the tennis and how high it goes up, but also the court's really big and the pickleball court's really small. Those people in the nosebleed seats, they won't be able to even see what's happening down there. That's one side.
Yep,
And then you see the other side where, Nike's in doing camps with Simone. So bigger names are in. Adidas is in full time. These are big, huge names. Fila is into pickleball. But so it's starting, but so much more has to happen internationally for it to become
exactly. It's like, and to pay the big bucks, you just have to have a lot of people,
watching,
a lot of people
paying to
watching it
watch.
on
Yes.
TV. Without TV, I just don't know how big it can
I
get.
agree. I agree. I agree.
But
well,
I hope
Larry,
I hope it gets there.
yeah, absolutely. Well, it's been such a pleasure to have you. It's I've learned some great things about you, and it's been a lot of fun for sure.
Thanks so much, guys. Yeah, this has been great.
I look forward to
Larry, I
meeting you
appreciate
down the
you taking
road.
your time out. We were going to have Halle Sperry with him on the show, but she got some out of town guests that came in, and so she got a little bit too busy to do it. But she's going to be on another show because I
Bummer.
want to talk about what Helly's doing. You know how you get certified, Jeff, to coach? She's doing certifications for doubles. So for people to learn how to be a much doubles partner and have someone teach you and your partner or whatever. I can't speak of it. I don't know a lot about it, but I want to learn more about what she's been doing. And she's a very seasoned athlete. She's been tennis all of her life. And so I'd like
And
to
I
find
think
out
she
more about
probably
her
wants me.
certification. Do you know about it, Larry?
Well, I know she's got a huge following there,
Yes.
in the Phoenix area. I think she lives just outside of Phoenix, but people love her. She has a huge following.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think she's doing great stuff, and she probably would like me to take her course, so I don't do those stupid things that
Right.
I hear about when we're on the course.
So we're going to talk about this during the week. We'll chat more because I'd like to be her representative down here because I think it would be a very huge success.
Nice. I hope that works
I, I
out.
think I think personally that the certifications are just they're too easy to get to be a
Yeah, you may
coach.
be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may be
I think
right.
that's all going to change. I think it's going to be much tougher. I mean, Duper's coming in with certification, so everybody's
Well,
um, go ahead.
certainly in tennis
Yeah.
is fairly tough. To be a tennis pro, quote,
Oh,
tennis
yeah.
pro,
Yeah.
it's a lot tougher than being a teaching pro in pickleball.
I agree.
And part of
100%.
that's just the size and the sport's new. And
Yeah. Yeah. The rating system's all over the place.
oh my gosh. So get this. I'm still rated a 5.5 in mixed doubles.
Okay.
And I know what 5.5s mixed doubles players look like.
They
And
don't
I'm
look like
not one
you?
of them. I'm
You're
not.
not?
I mean, from 60 to 67, I've watched my skills, and it's expected.
Sure.
And I'm not crying about it. I'm not complaining. It's just reality. It's like every year I get a little slower.
Mm-hmm.
I get a little less powerful.
Mm-hmm.
My foot speed goes down. I need a new shoulder because I'm bone on bone in this shoulder.
Oh boy.
It's just a matter of time till, I get a new shoulder. I mean, things are falling apart. Jim Hackenberg, I don't know how you do it.
Right.
Yoda Friedenberg, I don't know how you do it, but
Hey, Larry, you know what I think it's from? The shoulder?
you think the fishing? Okay, I've got a left hand. I
There
think
you
I can
go.
fix
There
that.
you
I
go.
can fix that.
Perfect.
Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate everything you do for the show. Larry, great guest. Thank you for all your time.
You bet. I love it.
And
Larry,
hopefully
thank you
we'll
so
keep in
much.
touch, and I'll see you on a
Yeah,
court
Joe.
somewhere soon. That'd be great.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you,
Look
guys.
forward to it, Larry. Thank you.
Thanks,
Stay
guys.
healthy. Be blessed, guys. Thank you very much.
All right.